caught for the penalty.
Stafford going to throw from the outset. And right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On third down, here's a run by Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Here comes the Rams punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes the Rams punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he's able to get it out of there. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. Touchdown, 49ers! Danny Gray, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3-and-out on their opening drive. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. 2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Purdy now to throw off the play action. That's caught downfield by Kittle. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Oh, able to avoid him. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I would say that's what you call a whole lot for a little, huh?
When you bust that move out of the bag, you hope for more than 4 yards, but hey, 4 is what he got. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Davis Price will try to pick it up. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll run with Davis Price. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the 49ers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. That escapes the sack. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price. He stiff-arms him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
Purdy off the play fake. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 13 and a first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. They'll find Ayuk open right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Purdy will look to throw again here. This one caught by Kittle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown 49ers. So the watch is officially on now. That ties him with Priest Holmes and Shaun Alexander for second place all-time on the single-season list of rushing touchdowns.
And, partner, he now just sits one behind LaDainian Tomlinson's record of 28. We know LT's watching. We know he'd hate to lose his record, but we also understand he has great admiration for what this man's done, and he would be a worthy successor to the crown. LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the great players, one of the great people of the NFL.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Stafford here. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. To throw is Stafford. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, well, they're staring up at a third and long. They'll run this with Akers. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's taken to the 26. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. George Kittle and the Niners ready for their next drive. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit of it.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. And they're going to speed things up here. Play action. Now Purdy. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A game there of 30 big ones. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound, and the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Purdy. Finding Gray going across the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. Across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 13-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Moody good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Here comes the Rams punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action here. Purdy to the goal line, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On 1st down at Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. And that one complete downfield to Kupp. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for 28 yards. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Caleb Farley. Down the sideline he goes. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they scored a touchdown. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case,
and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the 49ers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. Purdy now to throw off the play action. That throw right side here going to be incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Stafford. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. Here we go with McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. To the 36-yard line. Stop there. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing here, Purdy. His throw incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Purdy off the play fake. That is caught. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Davis Price fighting for the end zone. He lost gets the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. Thankfully. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
So the victory here for San
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we wrap up this Thanksgiving weekend with a compelling matchup, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Santa Clara. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Purdy going to the air right away. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at it. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Second down, and again it's Davis-Price. That one a first down pickup of 8. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Jalen Waddle. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Miami. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
This a 2nd and 8. Second down, and again, it's Davis Price.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. A lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Going for it. Here's Davis Price. Fights it off. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 59 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
An absolute shutdown game for them. And watching the game film preparing for this one, the people tried to run it against him, nowhere to go. Tried to throw it, couldn't.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Take it at the 37. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start with Davis Price on the ground. Yeah, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Out of the gun, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the first quarter here tonight.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Mason. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
You got to score right now.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Mason. And they get it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ty Davis Price with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
And out deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Here's Fields. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's caught at the 25. touchdown. Jalen Waddle, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2nd and 9. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 3rd and 5. Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 45 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Purdy on 4th down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Pushing his way through. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the 49ers are able to widen their advantage. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return. Guy's on fire today.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane. 59 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half. The same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. And this defense just being manhandled here to start the drive. Good push up front, 2 big runs. This one 18 yards and another first. There's the stiff arm. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Broken tackle. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They take a shot downfield there, but it lines up falling incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it lines up incomplete.
Looking to throw on second down, Fields. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Fields. And this throw will be intercepted. Down the right sideline. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Purdy to throw it on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny as the first half is winding down. And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Powers through. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Second and 10.
Let's go, defense. Make us proud.
Fields now to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Quit cheating out there. Here we go, son.
They need 18 yards here on third down. Now it's Fields. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Fields. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. To throw is Fields. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 57 yards. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Now he's loose again. Christian McCaffrey. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Shotgun now with Purdy. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And he's loose again. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And finally, he's out of bounds. But how about that return? All the way inside the 20 and into the red zone.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. Maybe I go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Fields. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Play action. It's Fields. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. And they will score. It's a 49 touchdown. That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. A-Chain on 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 89 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Second down and 4. Back to throw. Fields. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot up to... Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Here we go. We're good.
Now a first down throw. Fields. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A-Chain, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Here we go.
One more time with A-Chain. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, son.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it with A-Chain. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. 4th down. Fields has to have this one. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, oh, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Drive starts with a run by Davis Price. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Down to about the 45. 2nd down and 6 now. Purdy looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And there he goes again. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Miami. And that big 4th quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Evades the tackler and now some space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. We'll get this up to about the 44. And quickly they get to the line. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. There he goes right side. Christian McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone. And the touchdown record is now on his.
focusing the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 105 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On first down, it's Fields. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
And one of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Fourth down, 10 yards to go. On fourth down, Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Fields on second down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Niners are going to get the football back at their own 17. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
On third down, it's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the sideline he goes. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, they'll likely put an end to this thing.
And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Take it, but we'll take it with him. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown.
Well, we talked a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near